Hello, welcome to episode 6 of Chin Music. My name is Mitch.
And my name is Tony Legaly.
And
Hey,
I'm Mitch.
hey.
And we're here with episode 6 of Chin Music.
Episode
Can't,
6, baby. It's rolling.
can't, it's rolling, man. It's rolling.
A lot of feedback. We're up to like 50,000 followers on Facebook. And is it 50K or was it 50?
It's 120. Let's dial it down a little bit.
120,000. Wow, way more than I thought it was. That's awesome. Good news. Well, it's rolling for sure.
But we are growing a lot, so that's awesome to see.
Yeah, it is 120,000. Anyways, Mitchell, what do you got going over there? Rocking an old school
It's
Seattle Seahawks uni.
old new school. So they
Oh.
have the throwbacks this year.
Oh, okay. They're gonna rock those with the gray throwback helmets.
Yep. So
Yeah,
kind of
those are
like the
nasty.
creamsicles for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Seahawks are bringing back the royal blues of like the 90s and 80s. And
Okay.
I have a Will Disley, who's a Montana boy.
Oh yeah, he
So,
is. Yeah. No,
yeah,
and they
from
got a
Bozeman.
game. We're recording this episode 2 hours prior to the Monday Night Football matchup with
Yes.
the
New
NFC
York football
East,
giants.
New York Giants. Yeah, they're big. They're really big guys. Yeah. So this should be an entertaining game to say the least. I have my picks and my parlays and my props already picked for them.
So I'm interested in what you
What?
think, but I kind of think the Seahawks are going to wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think Daniel Jones, I think he's going to have a nice game. I really do. I think Daniel Jones has a good game at home. I'm not totally sold on them picking their points. They get 2.5 points at home. But more so, I think he's going to have a lot of passing yards. I got 300 plus passing yards from Daniel Jones. Have Kenneth Walker scoring a tutty. Have
Yep.
Matt Breida for over 55 rushing yards.
That's not that
So
many, so I could see that.
yeah, I don't know. There's something about playing the Seahawks. I know it's a run heavy team, but they seem to always get in shootouts. They can really play to any sort of style. It's very interesting. They're always in it. If they're playing the Lions, then I know they already did, but if they're playing the Lions, I mean, they seem to you know hoist the rock, and meet the over every
Right.
single time. So yeah, should be interesting. Weather's beautiful. I did check the forecast. Should be about 65 degrees, 70 degrees right at game time. No precipitation. For some, I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of heavy pass. I think it's going to be heavy on the pass. I really do.
I
I
think
think
so
Geno
too.
Smith throws a couple tutties. Yeah, throws a couple tutties. I think DK gets in the end zone.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett's an absolute beast in the slot. I love Tyler Lockett. He's just a little gadget guy. He's kind of like for your Patriot fans out there. God, I hate
Yeah.
Patriot fans, but kind of like Edelman out there a little bit.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Except he just doesn't, make game-winning Super Bowl catches like him necessarily. But here nor there,
I'm
I
just
see where
saying
you're
the
going with
same
it.
kind of slot receiver, but
No, that guy's super consistent all the
yeah,
time. I think I've had one share of him in his career for fantasy, 1 year, and then just God, he falls to everyone. He's always a pretty high value pick, and then he's always putting
yeah,
up numbers. So, yeah, I'm hoping for a good game. I think it's going to be a lot of points. I really do. I think the weather's gonna allow that too.
yeah. Fun
So
fact about Tyler Lockett: did you know he sells real estate?
I did not
Yeah.
lock it down real estate. Ha ha ha.
I don't know if that's the name, but it should be. That'd be awesome.
It should
But
be.
no, he
Yeah.
sells real estate in the Seattle area. It's kind of cool.
What's that you cut out there? Sorry.
Oh, he sells real estate in the Seattle area, so it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, a lot of that there. So get right into it. Let's just do a brief little recap. Week 4.
Yeah,
Kind of little expected. Had my one pick of the week. Finally capitalized on that. Bears plus 3.5. Thank God for that half point. And I mean, I thought that was a lock, and then it turned into a little bit of a sweat. But the game script game script allowed it to work out.
Broncos prevailed, though. The Broncos won.
Yeah, well, I still don't understand that. I don't understand how you just really shut down for 3 quarters straight and then make an offensive adjustment and
I know.
come out firing. Glad, yeah, Broncos. Yeah,
Broncos
not
country,
a
let's
fan.
ride.
Let's not. Let's fricking not.
No, let's not. I'm a Raiders fan. I can't even believe I said that. I
I
got to go wash my mouth. That was
know.
soap.
Pretty unexpected game to me. Thought we'd have a better matchup with the Chargers against the Raiders. Thought Herbie runs for 2 touchdowns, sort of dives into the end zone. He had like
Yeah.
6 carries. Unfortunately, put a prop on him to throw 2 touchdowns, which is not a stretch
No, not
whatsoever,
at all.
and got burned on him. So yeah, kind of a tough week betting again. Yeah, I'm about a mortgage payment in for the season
You
already.
know what that
So
means? That means stop or at least slow
I
down, man.
can't. No, that means that I'm due. Haven't you ever played baseball? Like, I mean, if you're in a slump, things are going to get good.
Well,
That's
that's
what you
true.
got to
That's
believe.
true.
And you got to just
No,
keep
that Raiders
hacking,
game.
keep betting.
So being a Raiders fan, one, they started a rookie, which I don't like ever really, unless they're like a first round rookie.
Mhm.
Um, and he just was not ready to play in the NFL. I didn't think.
Well, yeah, no. No, he didn't look necessarily up to snuff. Yeah, he looked like a decent like quarterback from like a college like NC State or something like that.
And I think he's from
Super weird to
Purdue.
see.
So yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes
So
sense. So that went well. Titans rolled the Bengals. I did have them
which is
plus
a
2.5.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bengals just are not really doing it for me. I mean, I have multiple shares of Jamar Chase in all my fantasy leagues, and he's a target monster, so I just hang on to him. And still no huge games from him.
No.
T Higgins is down. T Higgins went out with a rib.
Yep. They say he'll
I
be
don't
out for
know.
a few weeks.
Yeah, Derrick Henry finally had a pretty big day.
And that's what they need to stay alive.
Yeah, yeah,
They need
yeah.
Derrick Henry to literally carry them.
Yeah, yeah. No big shockers. I was pleased with the Jaguars figuring it out. I'm still a firm believer that they will win that division. I
Speaking
guess
of
the
that
biggest
game,
shocker. What? Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, speaking of that game, did you watch the Toy Story version of that game?
I've watched like replays of like TikToks. Yeah, I mean it actually is pretty legit. It's pretty cool.
It was really cool. And I give the NFL credit for like opening itself up to that fun. They've had it on Nickelodeon before. It makes kids interested in the sport, even more so than
Oh
they
yeah,
would have been. But I just love that they're like
and it
so
and
like
it, and it's actually pretty good for just I mean the quality of like replication of the to take that actual live feed to animation was pretty cool to see.
yeah, that was cool.
So
Like they didn't do that in the Nickelodeon one, but with that one was really cool. Yeah.
yeah. No real shockers other than what the heck is going on in Houston.
Well, yeah, Houston and the Bengals surprised me. I don't know what they're going through, but that there after the game, there are a lot of TikToks from like sports people saying, "Is it time to throw in the towel in Cincinnati?"
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they look pretty bad, man, which sucks because I really like watching Joey B. But I'm kind of taken back as to this Houston team. Rookie quarterback looks amazing.
yeah.
I thought he looked amazing this week. I thought another guy I thought did awesome battling back and really showcased his arm was Richardson for the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of nice to see those guys kind of settle in. Fields just started out on fire. I know he's not a rookie, but it was nice to see him succeed a little bit, and then they just figured him out real quick or something because he
I
looked
think they
brutal.
just figured out their offense. I don't even think they figured out I don't even think they figured out Fields because he still only had 3 incompletions the whole game.
Mhm.
It's just they figured out how to get through their defense.
Kind of a highlight for a low point, even though the game last night, I thought Zach Wilson, not a Zach Wilson fan by any means. I think he looked 12, and I don't
He
really
played
know.
really well.
Yeah, I think he showcased his best NFL football game for sure.
He played extremely well. I love
Yeah.
whenever a
I want to
team
see him
can
get a
put
win now. Like I hate him so much that I want to see him get a win. God
I love whenever a team can put Kansas City on the ropes because
dang.
even
Hmm.
more than Denver, I hate the Kansas City Chiefs so much.
I
It's
know.
like a deep seated hatred with them. That thing that they did last year, there was that ring around the rosy play that they did around against the Raiders last year. That
Hmm.
just sealed their fate for me. I will root against them every week, no matter who they're playing. They are my number one enemy. I hate the Chiefs.
I like it. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. They. Yeah. And let's just elaborate on this and then never talk about it again because everyone in America is talking about it. I'm. I'm actually disappointed, not because I don't believe in, um, celebrity love, but I just. I think this whole Taylor Swift thing is getting blown out of proportion. It's going to take away. They were distracted last night. I don't know. I know I'm not being, I didn't watch film. I don't know how locked in they really were, but this is
Right.
just got to stop, man. Like I'm over it. Like I'm over the whole, like, let's, there's plenty of really famous, successful people that or dating, and I want, I want the light to be shed on the guys that I want to watch on Sunday. Don't have too much humble. She doesn't sell herself out, like dress provocatively just to get, whatever. She's pretty low key, and that's great. But yeah, I'd like it to stay about football, But
Yeah, it's
we'll
really
see.
bad when the channel that they're on pans to Taylor Swift almost more than they do in the field.
Oh
Just
yeah,
because
every
she's
time
in the
Kelsey
stands.
just catches a ball, that's
Yeah.
so bad, dude. And
I mean, I will
uh,
say, like, her presence in the league has
hmm.
just shot up an already extremely popular league.
So one thing interesting about her, and I didn't realize it because I mean, it's a little out of my realm. I mean, if you're that big and you get that much, obviously, that's a whole different life. But one thing I will say, give her some props on is every time that she has a concert or like a goes on tour, has a concert, she generates so much revenue for wherever she's performing in their economy,
Yeah.
which is
And I think
pretty
she donates
impressive
money.
if you think about it. I'm
Yeah.
sure she probably needs a place to put that cash for sure.
I think
I
she
would say
donates to
so.
every
I'd
town
say
she
that's
goes to.
fair.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, but imagine like, like you think, just being a rock star, like how big time you'd be and the benefits that go with that. But imagine being so big that you create revenue wherever you are
It's crazy.
just by
And the amount of
being.
people that like camp out for hours and days to
Mm,
be in line for her concerts. I got to
hmm.
give her all the credit in the world. I'm not a big fan of hers. I don't like her music, but
Same. Yeah, not
dang.
my style, but it's actually funny. Yeah, when Shelby kind of mentioned that, she's like, "Did you hear that they were dating?" This is very early on in the deal. I was like, "Oh, don't worry. There'll be a song about him in a couple months. A hate song about Travis Kelsey. You should have dropped that pass, but you didn't catch it." Yeah, just brutal. There's so many songs about how bad our relationships go, and everyone
For
can
sure.
relate because yeah.
Right. Now, on the other end of the Kelsey family, have you seen the Kelsey documentary on Amazon Prime?
I haven't seen it. No, I'm not. I'm really not a Travis Kelce fan. I know
It's not about
he's
Travis, it's about Jason.
it's about Jason. Yeah, even more of less of a fan. Like, I mean, I'm all about, I'm all about Tom Brady. So unless there's another documentary on Tom, no,
Well, there's
that's
another
an ignorant
movie about
comment. I
Tom
just
Brady, but never mind. Um,
yeah.
so anyway, that Kelsey documentary, it was amazing. I have to say, like,
Hmm.
it's an hour and a half long. If you have Amazon Prime, go watch it because it really, one, his wife is just an amazing support system for him. And two, it just
Sweet.
really shows how cool that city in Philadelphia is,
Hmm. That's sweet.
and it kind of goes through the season. And actually, it was funny in the end, he was wearing a Missoula, Montana t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Shoot. Well, best of luck to those guys too. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just want to. I can't score any fantasy points with him, so
You can't. He's a center, but
yeah.
he's a dang
Well.
good center. So
So
he helps you score
yeah.
points with Jalen Hurts. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he does. Jalen's the man. So, um, did you see that they had drug tested and they did a random drug test yesterday after AJ Brown's 175-yard performance?
I did, and I did air quotes for random. Yeah. Sports do that all the
Yeah,
time.
it's so ridiculous. The guy's
Donovan
like,
Mitchell
sure,
in the NBA had a 71-point game. The next day, he got drug tested.
awesome. Why not, right? Ridiculous. Anyhow, yeah, no real big surprises. I don't know. It's pretty low key week, I'd say. Everybody
There was
stayed
one
remotely healthy.
big NBA thing. Damian Lillard finally got traded
To who?
to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
So he's going to team up with Giannis.
Damn. So they're going to be a super team again.
Pretty much.
I like watching them. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll also have to start following it. I really don't. I can't get into it. I mean, the playoffs are sort of fun, but yeah.
I like the video game. I like NBA 2K.
NBA 2K. I played it actually. I was on a work trip this last week. I went to Helena, and my um, guy, he brought his console, and he loves that game too. So I checked up on him because I got a little experience, not much, but yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't end well for me.
Changed a
But
little bit probably
yeah,
since you played.
yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And then we played NHL, and I got back at him.
Yeah, that's your game.
It's my game, baby. Anyhow, so, but yeah, good one on tap for tonight. Anything locally, Mitch, you're aware of that's going on?
I'm not really, no. I mean, we have high school sports. Let me look at high school football and we can talk about something else while I look it up. But
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting, Mitchell. I went on a date the other night, which quite honestly, I don't really
oh,
like
does
going
Shelby know about
out.
this?
Yeah, she does. She was there. She was there this time. She was there. Thought it was odd. We just checked out. Thursday night football was our date again. We had to go watch the game and had a nice dinner and stuff. And thought it was odd. Parked publicly in the parking garage, and buddy, there's like a public restroom right next to the parking garage, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
so
seen
it's
that.
like odd enough as is. Like I first thought, I was like, oh, that's a good place to crash for the homeless, uh, in case we had some inclement weather. But so we're walking by, and I'm on my way, having a romantic date at Monday. It's Thursday night football, and there's a dude in there. There's like it's like borderline see through at the bottom, and you can see this dude like dropping trowel, like just taking a deuce right there. And I just thought it was the most. Have you heard anything about these? Do you know about these? Are they anyone that's listening? Are they? Is that a thing now? We just have
Um,
public shitters,
I
just
mean,
like out on the street.
I did know that we were gonna open our one. Yes, yeah, I
Wow.
did know about it. So back to high school football in like the least.
Yeah, no, I just had to say something. I mean, say something kind of deal on that one.
So
Just
for football here in town, we are going to have Great Falls High in town playing West on Thursday at 7 p.m. That's a good game. West is coming off an absolute beating by Bozeman High, and Great Falls High has a really gritty group, so
hmm.
that could be a really good game.
Yeah, at West or at
Yeah,
Dallas.
at Dallas.
Nice.
For volleyball, Laurel is playing Lockwood out in Laurel. Seniors on the road at CMR. Well, that's for volleyball, excuse me. But still.
I got a high school good family friend, Kurt and Jen Digges, their boy Toby. Shout out to him. He placed 10th, top 10 at state golf this last week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Toby's oh man, dude, what a good kid too. So he shot his best round he's ever shot in his career on the last day, 75. Told yards for eagle. So
That's
at Lake
awesome. Good for
Hills.
him.
So had a nice performance from him, man. So yeah, keep grinding, brother. And yeah, happy to see you doing so good. And I think he's actually relatively young. I think he's a junior. I think he might be a sophomore or junior, one of the two. But congrats. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Awesome. So Laurel is hosting Haver for football Friday at 7 o'clock. Go Blue Ponies. Sorry, Laurel. Hardin is hosting Central for football Friday at 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
Huntley is hosting Shepherd Friday at 7 o'clock. Lockwood is hosting East Helena. We just have
Is
so
Lockwood any
many.
good?
They're not bad actually. Yeah,
That's
I
fun.
think
I'll
it's
have to
their.
check that out. They got a sick stadium.
Yeah, maybe you and I should check that out Friday night.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a commitment kind of man, but if it's out
If we
there,
do, like, meet us on site, guys. Like, you might see us there at the game at
you might
Lockwood.
see us. Take a photo with me and then delete that shit.
We want no traces of us anywhere.
Just kidding. Cool. Big, massive.
Yeah, talk about hockey a little bit because it's coming up, and I'm gonna be fair here. That's gonna be more your lane because I don't know much about it. So
That's good. Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, no, it's not too massive, but we do have the first tournament of the year. It's the Battle of the Badges. So it is the Billings Police Department and the Billings Fire Department. Billings Fire Department are actually putting the tournament on. Good group of guys. I just skated with them today, actually at lunch. So it's a 5-game guarantee, 4-game guarantee, excuse me, championship on Sunday. But all proceeds to the tournament go directly to the fire department, I believe, and maybe the police department. I'm not sure. I'm playing as a cop this time. I got invited to play with the cops, so I'll be playing that this weekend. So anyone looking for something to do, below average hockey, just come on out and check us. Watch me try to stand up on skates.
Will
It's
there be
quite the deal.
fights? That's how you get me there. Will there be fights?
There'll be beer. So
Okay,
you're going to have to take one or the other. And there probably won't be any fighting, but
that's like the only reason why I would play the
be,
NHL game is so that I could press triangle and just fight people.
oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you can't score goals if you're in the box, Mitch.
That's okay.
Hockey is coming up. We have watched. I am a fan enough to watch preseason hockey, which
Wow.
is good. You know,
I
guys. I
barely even
know,
do that with
guys
baseball.
can. I know. I'd never do it with baseball. Shit, I lived around it for 5 years in Arizona. There was spring training going on all the time. I went to like four of them. Um, but shout out to my buddy Jacob Doty. Been in text messaging him. He's getting some preseason action with the Kings again. He got it last year,
Awesome.
so love to see him get called up. That Kings team is pretty dang filthy this year. So I think they make a good run. But yeah, just getting geared up for the NHL. And shoot, my favorite could watch it every night, any night, you name it. So love the game.
Awesome. Awesome. So what are your kind of predictions for the NHL season?
Yeah, so I have a bet. I put $1,000 on the Oilers to win the President's Trophy. So I think that they are with McDavid, the best player I've ever seen in my life. Met with Drysaitel, and they just have such a amazing team to watch. So I put my money on them to win the President's Cup. Tough to repeat. My Knights, tough to repeat, but they didn't lose anyone. They got lost Riley Smith to a trade. But other than that, they're going to be just up there again. They'll make the playoffs for sure, I think. And yeah, predictions for Cup winners. I'd say my wild pick, but not too wild. I think the Los Angeles Kings are going to make a run. They have a nasty center of the ice dynamic on all four lines. So we'll see. Yeah, they'll be fun to watch. But my prediction is Oilers. The last year's semifinals were the Oilers and the Knights. That truly to me was the winner of that game. Pretty much won the Stanley Cup because that was quite the series. So
Yeah.
hoping a strong performance from the Knights. Season kicks off October 10th. And more importantly, October 6th, they release NHL 24 for PlayStation 5. Let's go.
So just because I am a very novice hockey fan, I
Mhm.
sort of have a team, the Kraken. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on them this year?
Well, Kraken will make the playoffs. I think they're a young team. They have they didn't really lose anybody. They didn't acquire anybody too crazy, but they're just a young group of kids. And yeah, man, I'm super pumped to see that club flourish for sure. Yeah, they're I think they make the playoffs. They can play playoff hockey. Really looking forward to going to the Winter Classic this year. Headed to the Winter Classic. Going to see the Knights play at T-Mobile against the Kraken. So
It'll
that'll
be
be
interesting to see what they do with that stadium for a hockey arena.
oh, it's going to be great. Yeah, no, yeah, we're fired up. Yeah, fired up, man. Hockey's right around. Hockey season's here, so
Yeah.
I'm a happy man.
Yeah, you said the 10th. That's 8 days away.
Let's go. Yeah. 8 days. Home opener is in Vegas against the Kraken as well.
There you go.
So
That'll
be
be a
good.
good game. That
Yeah.
rivalry is so good already.
Good deal. So yeah. Shoot. I don't have much other than I do want to get your opinion on one thing.
Yes.
Do you realistically, and I want you to really think about this, do you think the Detroit Lions can win the Super Bowl? Well,
No, I don't.
you didn't even study for this test. Okay. And so no.
No, I
Why?
don't. I
I
don't
mean,
quite think they have the defense for it.
Dan Campbell. Don't have the defense for it. Okay. Well, they beat the Chiefs. Let's see. That was a pretty good win, I'd say. Um, held Mahomes
I
to,
definitely think they have a lot of pieces, but I don't think they're quite there.
I know. Well, I think they have a shot.
Now,
And I'm going to
here's what I
put
will say.
$200 on them.
I think they could maybe make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think the NFC is a lot weaker than what it was even like 2 years ago.
No, wait, yeah.
So I could see them making the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
but I think you got, if the Bengals can get their head out of their ass, I think the Bengals are better. The
Hmm.
Chiefs are better. Um, the Bills are better. They seem to have turned it around. You got at least those three teams that I think could beat them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. I think they can make it. I really do. I think they can at least make it. That's a fair assessment. So
Yeah, I
they'll have to
definitely think they could
keep
make it
grinding.
because, I
Just really
mean,
impressed with their team.
in the NFC, the only teams that I could see beating them, Eagles and 49ers.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Eagles for sure. So yeah,
And I'm going to say this, wearing a Will Disley jersey. So this comparison may be a little bit weird, but I kind of think Pete Carroll is like Tom Izzo in college basketball. It
mm,
doesn't matter what team Pete Carroll has, that team's going to the playoffs and they're going to be a thorn in everybody's side.
always.
Tom Izzo has that same thing with Michigan State every
Yeah,
year in March
making
Madness.
the tournament.
It doesn't matter if they're a 10 seed or a 7 seed, they're going to go down fighting. They're going to be a pain in your ass every second of the game. The Seahawks are that same way. I don't care if they sneak in with 9 wins. I would not want to play them in playoffs.
Well, let's see how the game goes tonight, and then we'll reassess this. And yeah, short one today, short episode today.
Yep.
Anything upcoming that you touch on and give the listeners?
One thing I want to give listeners is Tony and I will be rolling out a ability to help promote or help support our show here for business owners. So look out for that. And so if you know anyone that owns a business, please send them to us and we will reach out to them with our um, information.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. And we're going to, we're looking for sponsors to fill and advertise, obviously, and the best
Yep.
ads in the world.
The
Yes.
best ads in the world. Come on down to, well, someone's store and we'll take care of you. We'll get you there.
The most universal slogan, tagline of all time. Should be used for everything. We'll get you there.
I swear to God, too, like ads use one guy. They're all the same voice.
Yeah. For the most part. So cool. All right, man. Well,
All right. That
that's
was a
all.
great show.
That's all, folks. All right.
That's
Thanks for
all.
listening,
See you next
everybody.
week.
And we'll see you next week.